Do you ever feel like there's never enough time in the day as a nurse practitioner? The average nurse practitioner sees about 24 patients a day. But of course, depending on your acuity, your specialty, it may vary. It may be more, it may be less. But irregardless, do you ever feel like you wish there was more hours in the day to accomplish all the things you have to do? Or better, that you could duplicate yourself to do 3 times as much as more as you could do right now, so that you can get home at a decent hour after work, see your family, eat dinner, relax, and just enjoy the rest of your day. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Nicole. I am a rheumatology nurse practitioner, and I help nurse practitioners and other medical providers meaningfully connect with their patients in 60 seconds or less and find happiness in working in healthcare. Now, I could give you all the technology hacks, all the smart phrases to you for your EHR, or even tips to delegate to your time, to other people, what handbooks to purchase that will give you all the clinical information that you need during your day to have, whether you have like a challenging patient cases or a challenging day with a patient with like chest pain and patient with a laundry list of questions for you. Here's the truth. Everything is faster when you can connect with your patient quicker. Everything is faster when you can connect with your patient quicker. You use your time better, you get through your day faster, you leverage your time better. And so today I'm going to tell you the 3 secrets to why and how to meaningfully connect with your patient that will help you get things done quicker and faster as a nurse practitioner. Today, I want to give you a principle because principles are timeless. You can use them every single day, no matter what work setting you go to, if you change your employers, the health organization you're working with, you're an inpatient, outpatient, whether you have a smooth day with a straightforward patient case, or you have a challenging, complicated patient case, or a patient with a complex medical history, a laundry list of questions. So here's the first secret to why connecting with your patient helps you get things done faster as a nurse practitioner. You transform your patient into a version of themselves that is more open, more receptive, and more trusting. As a medical provider, as a nurse practitioner, in today's modern era of medicine, you must be a master in connecting with your patient in the shortest amount of time possible. You may think that there is no time, and I totally get it. I mean, I also have dozens of patients to see in short 20-minute time slots. It's like go, go, go. As soon as you see your first patient, you feel like you're going 95 miles an hour till the last patient gets seen, right? Am I right? And I also know that you have a huge, noble heart, like Gandhi or Mother Teresa. I mean, that's why you went into medicine. That's why you do what you do, because you want to help people. And the truth is, when you give so much information to your patient, you educate them so much, their brains get overloaded with information and their brain actually shuts down. In fact, studies demonstrate that the average patient forgets 80% of what they're told in a single patient visit. 80%, can you believe that? But when you take the time to build that warmth with your patient, when you walk in from that moment, your patient is transformed into a version of themselves, into a different version that will be more open, more receptive, and more trusting. And they're more likely to listen to your recommendations, to your medical decision making. And so you're actually saving yourself time. And when you're a nurse practitioner that can do this in seconds, you have more positive impact on your patients. You can do more, you can accomplish more quickly. Did you know it takes an average of only 7 seconds to make a first impression? 7 seconds, like barely enough time to, blink twice. And so, believe it or not, our brains are making 1,000 computations during the first 7 seconds you see someone for the first time. So that means within 7 seconds that you walk in that exam room, you knocked on the door, patient is sitting across from you, they're assessing you, whether you're likable, trustworthy, competent. And that means by time, and you may not like hearing this, but, and when I read this, I didn't like hearing this either, because I don't want to be judged too prematurely, but this is human nature. It is human nature to make first impressions. And the truth is, when you work against human nature, it works against you. But when you work with human nature, it works with you. And so when you are a master communicator with other people, with your patient, everything is faster. People listen to you faster, people believe you faster, and people trust you faster. Which, if you want to learn more on how to meaningfully connect with your patient quickly, then I invite you to click the link below and join the next round of the Connect with Your Patient in 60 Seconds or Less masterclass. The link is down below, and I invite you to join the next round. Now, here's the second secret to why connecting with your patient faster helps you get things done faster as a nurse practitioner. Your brain is sharper. Believe it or not, your brain is much sharper. And let me explain. So we all remember the anatomy of the human brain from like anatomy, pathophysiology school back in pre-nursing, prerequisites. The prefrontal cortex, which is the front part, the forehead part of our brain, that is the executive area. That is the area, it's like the big CEO of our brain. And it's making all the big, high order decisions for ourselves. They're developing action plans to accomplish our goals. They're problem solving, helping us, whether it's what should I have for lunch, a soup or a sandwich, which for me personally, I'd rather have both because I'm usually ravenous by lunchtime, and from all the calories I burn from seeing patients. Our prefrontal cortex is also making very important decisions, like how do I approach my colleague if I want to change the way we're triaging referrals, so I'm not sitting at my computer at 11 p.m. in the middle of the night, every single approving every single new patient referral, and I just want to sleep in my soft bed. In our line of work, we need our brain to be the sharpest it can be, like so sharp as a knife that can just like cut through the hardest butter. But guess what? Chronic stress actually leads to thinning of the gray area in our prefrontal cortex. And that means that there's weakening in the area of our brain that affects our ability to pay attention, to learn new things, and to even recall and remember things. That means when we're stressed, we're actually dumber. Like when we're chronically stressed, our brains are not as sharp. We are dumber. We are making dumb decisions. And I know when I'm stressed out, I make horrendous decisions. I might come home stressed out from work and I will yell at my husband and take my anger out on him when he did absolutely nothing wrong. He just came to the door and said, "Hi, honey, how was your day?" And I just started ripping and yelling at him. And then later I apologize and I feel like such an idiot. I'm so embarrassed. See, dumb decisions. But when you take the time to meaningfully connect with your patient, those micro moments, those micro experiences and social connections actually help you. They actually help your brain. Our brain is wired to thrive on social connection, to connect with other people, with all types of people. And engaging in meaningful conversations with other people, with other patients, provides cognitive stimulation and intellectual engagement. This challenges the brain and it promotes the formation of new neural connections. So connecting with your patient, taking that time actually makes you a better medical provider. It helps your brain make better medical decisions and helps you do things faster. All right, we're on the third secret. The third secret to why connecting with your patient helps you get things done faster as a nurse practitioner. Motivation is the fuel your brain feeds on. Motivation is the fuel that your brain feeds on. Do you remember way back when you were in nursing school or nurse practitioner school, you were so full of anticipation and excitement at the idea of your future career, helping other people get better, be healthier, and make the world a little bit better? Do you remember how excited you felt when you bought your first textbook for a nursing school or a nurse practitioner school, and you cracked open that brand new binding, or maybe it was a used textbook, because I had a lot of used textbooks. Those books were expensive, and it got shipped to you finally, and you got out your 5 different highlighters, your pad of post-it notes, your notebook, and you're ready to tackle the first chapter, take notes, and absorb the information. Or in school, when a concept actually started to make sense, like you were in class and your professor asked you, what is the first line medication used in hypertension? And you're about to say a calcium channel blocker, but instead you raised your hand and said, well, what are the patient's comorbidities? And the teacher's eyes light up, runs over and gives you a high five and says, oh, right. And at that moment, everything begins to make sense. Everything's clicking, clicking. It was like a high, and adrenaline filling your body with excitement. You thought you were Jack Dawson, over the Titanic saying, I'm the king of the world. And that moment filled you with so much energy, and yet you couldn't sit still. You were so excited about this new opportunity for you. That is motivation. That is motivation. And motivation fuels your brain. It is the fuel your brain feeds on. Motivation makes you want to work. It makes you want to do something. It makes you desire to put in the effort, to study, to open the textbook, to work out, to go for a walk, a run, all those things. And if for my science geeks, because let's face it, if you're a nurse practitioner, you love science and the human body. When a rewarding event happens, there is a flood of dopamine through our prefrontal cortex. And that's why we feel excited. That neurotransmitter, dopamine, helps us want to reinforce and repeat that experience to get that exciting, happy feeling again. Just like you watch the same feel-good movies over and over, despite you know what's going to happen in the end. You could memorize the whole movie by heart. But it's because your brain has been taught to re-seek those pleasurable experiences and get that wonderful feeling again and again. And meaningfully connecting with your patient, hearing your patient tell you, I'd rather see you than the doctor, or you're the best doctor I've ever seen, when you're not even a doctor, you're a nurse practitioner. Having patients tell you that will give your brain the dopamine rush that will make you happy and feel fulfilled. It will make you feel excited to go to work, to wake up in the morning. It will give you a little kick in your step. And you're a nurse practitioner, you know how the brain works. You know these neurotransmitters. You know what dopamine does. So leverage that. Fill your brain with excitement. Choose to fill your brain with those dopamine hits by connecting with your patient. And remember, when you work against human nature, it works against you. But when you work with human nature, it works with you. I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful to you, then you might like my other video here. I'll put it right here. And otherwise, I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.